Congratulations! The time is coming close to when you will welcome your baby into the world. This video will guide you to the relevant areas of the hospital that you will experience on your journey. The delivery suite and maternity ward are located on level 4 of the main hospital. These areas have restricted access and can be accessed by ringing the bell on the intercom. Please telephone the delivery suite at 071 917 4676 before you arrive at the hospital. This is the delivery suite, where 1,400 babies are born every year. We advise that one birthing partner accompanies you to the labour ward. Always bring your maternity chart to all hospital visits. This unit consists of an admission area or assessment room, bath and showering facilities, we also have a comfortable 2-bedded area for induction of labour or early labour. There are 3 birthing suites. Each birthing suite contains a birthing bed, a cardiotocograph monitor to monitor the baby's heart rate, a resuscitator. This is used if your baby requires additional care, for example, oxygen, a trolley including a birth pack, Entonox, which is a gas used for pain relief in labour, drip stands for intravenous fluids. TENS machines can be rented from a local pharmacy. Please ask staff for details. All options of pain relief are available, and your midwife will guide you through all of your choices. Hydrotherapy, or taking a bath, is an excellent form of pain relief during early labour. This is recommended if your membranes are intact, if your waters have not yet broken. The bath is situated at the end of the corridor. Entonox. Piped Entonox is available in all birthing rooms. Pethidine. This is a narcotic once-off injection that is frequently used in conjunction with Entonox. Epidural. This is cited by an anaesthetist in the birthing room. Written consent prior to the procedure is required. Birthing balls and cub supports are also available. Cub stands for Comfortable Upright Birth, and this is now accepted as the modern birthing stool. Now we will show you various positions for labour and birth. Being active and remaining upright during labour can distract you from any discomfort you may be feeling. When you are upright, your womb tilts forward during contractions. This means you will have better contractions and less pain. Contractions are stronger and more effective when you are upright. This could mean your labour is shorter. Gravity will help your baby move down the birth passage. Pregnant women who are upright and active tend to need less pain relief or interventions to get the baby out. Your baby will get a better oxygen supply and will be in a better position. The lower part of your spine can move better when you are upright. This means the birth canal can widen and make room for the baby's head. Pelvic joints can expand and move, which means less pressure on nerves. Midwives actively support women who choose hypnobirthing or other complementary therapies during labour. Immediate skin-to-skin and early breastfeeding are encouraged in the delivery suite. If you have an epidural, you can still take advantage of the effect of gravity by altering the position of the bed to help you stay more upright and lean forwards on a gym ball gently rocking forward and backwards. A number of women will experience caesarean birth. This birth takes place on level 8 in the operating theatre. A midwife will accompany you and your birth partner to the operating theatre, supporting you through this birthing experience. The postnatal ward is located on the same corridor as the delivery suite. After the birth of your baby, your midwife will accompany you and your baby to this ward. The midwives on the maternity ward will offer all the help, advice and support you may need to care for yourself and your newborn baby. At Sligo University Hospital, we actively encourage and support breastfeeding. NICU, or Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. If your baby needs specialist care, they will be cared for in the Special Care Baby Unit, known as NICU, where you or your birth partner are welcome to care for your newborn baby. We ask you to observe hand washing policies and restrict visitors in this area, as your baby may be vulnerable to infection.
COVID-19 or coronavirus is here, so it's important to have the correct information at hand, like knowing the symptoms: a high temperature, a cough, shortness of breath, or breathing difficulties. If you have symptoms, self-isolate to protect others and phone your GP. Visit hse.ie for updated factual information and advice, or give us a call. Protection from coronavirus. It's in our hands.
Gestational diabetes is one of the most common health problems that can happen during pregnancy. It affects as many as 12% of pregnancies in Ireland and can lead to serious problems for both mum and baby. Certain women are at higher risk of developing gestational diabetes. For example, if you are overweight, if you have a family member with diabetes, if you had gestational diabetes in a previous pregnancy, or depending on your ethnic background. If you are at risk, you will receive a blood test for gestational diabetes between 24 and 28 weeks of pregnancy. If you are diagnosed, there are day-to-day changes you can make to stay healthy. How much exercise you get and what kind of food you eat can have important effects on your health and your baby's health. But what happens when you have gestational diabetes, and how can diet and exercise help? Food and drinks are broken down in your digestive system. The sugar they contain is absorbed into your bloodstream. But sugar needs insulin to work. Insulin is made by the pancreas and helps sugar get into your cells. Insulin acts like a key that lets the sugar move from the bloodstream into the cells of your body, where it is used for energy. Pregnancy hormones change the way insulin works in your body. In the later stages of pregnancy, these changes make it difficult for insulin to unlock the cells and allow the sugar to enter. This is what is known as insulin resistance. Some insulin resistance is normal in pregnancy, but this means that your pancreas needs to work extra hard to keep blood sugar levels in a healthy range. When you have gestational diabetes, your pancreas is not able to keep up. As a result, too much sugar is left in the blood. However, a carefully planned diet with high-fibre carbohydrates and no added sugar can make it easier for your body to manage the sugar in your blood. Exercise will also help keep blood sugar low, as it improves insulin's ability to unlock the cells and uses up sugar for energy. If blood sugar is controlled, your chances of a healthy pregnancy are the same as a non-diabetic mum. This makes diet and exercise powerful tools for a healthy pregnancy. However, if blood sugar is not well controlled, this can lead to problems in both mum and baby. In a study of 23,000 pregnant women around the world, researchers found a link between high blood sugar in mum and babies that had grown too big. Researchers also found a link between high blood sugar and preeclampsia, premature delivery, need for caesarean section, birth injury, and abnormal sugar control in baby. Diabetes during pregnancy can also put you and your baby at risk for problems later in life, including type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But there are actions you can take. Changes in diet and exercise, combined with close monitoring, can successfully manage blood sugar in 7 out of 10 pregnancies. So no better time to start than now. To learn more about Irish research on maternal and newborn health, you can visit the HRB Mother and Baby Clinical Trial Network's website.
Sinead Thompson and I'm a community midwife at the National Maternity Hospital. I designed and created labour hopscotch in 2015 in response to an increase in the epidural rates and also in medical interventions during labour and birth. The principle of labour hopscotch is to encourage optimal fetal positioning. This means having your baby's head in the optimum position, lined up so it can descend into the pelvis in the optimum position for labour. When this happens, it triggers the spontaneous onset of labour. When women go into spontaneous labour, it's less likely that they'll need induction, and that means that there'll hopefully be less intervention in their births. The labour hopscotch framework aims to support and promote natural and active labour. It is encouraged for all women, regardless of the care pathway that they choose for their birth, but encourages more natural methods of pain relief where possible, for as long as possible in labour. Using the idea of the game hopscotch we all played years ago, each of the steps can be undertaken to remain active during labour. The process can start at home, beginning at the bottom of the hopscotch board when you're more active and mobile. The bottom square of the labour hopscotch is called the mobilised square, and it aims at promoting optimal fetal position. There are 4 activities associated with this step, and it's important that these 4 positions are practiced throughout the antenatal period in preparation for your labour. Your midwife will explain the positions to you during your pregnancy. Our research findings, which we published in 2019 in our research study, showed that women who practiced labour hopscotch had reduced epidural rates, reduced the caesarean section rates, increased spontaneous onset of labour and vaginal deliveries, and most of all, there was an increase in birth satisfaction rates. Having a positive birthing experience makes a smoother transition to parenthood.
Nature has been researching your milk for hundreds of millions of years. The composition of your milk is alive and changes throughout the day, the night, the months, and the years to meet your child's needs. Your milk contains stem cells. These are cells that create and repair the body and are being researched worldwide to cure conditions like Alzheimer's and diabetes. Your milk contains components that kill cancerous cells. Your body identifies bacteria and viruses found in your baby's body and environment. You then produce antibodies specifically tailored to those infections and deliver them to your child through your milk. Your milk appears to switch on a gene in your baby's body, which produces a hormone called leptin. This hormone tells your baby when his tummy is full, protecting him against overeating. Your milk contains oxytocin, a hormone that induces relaxation and feelings of well-being in your child and in you. It's all in you. Human milk, tailor-made for tiny humans.
Changing your newborn's nappy is one of those things you'll be doing 7 or 8 times a day, so it's best to be organised from the start. Make sure you have everything you need ready and close to hand. Place your baby on a clean, soft, flat surface. Open the nappy and wipe away excess stools from the genital area with the corner of the nappy. Hold your baby by the ankles and lift up their bottom. Use soft cotton balls or a wet cloth to clean your baby. Clean around the umbilical cord area. For a girl, be sure to wipe from front to back. This will help minimise the spread of an infection. Swap a clean nappy for the dirty one. Use the tabs to see which way goes up. Avoid covering the umbilical cord as this can cause irritation. For a boy, keep his penis pointed down. Fasten the nappy at both sides with the tapes, making sure it's snug, but not so tight that it pinches the skin. Retape the soiled nappy around the contents, put it in a plastic bag and discard it in the bin. Dress your baby and wash your hands thoroughly. Babies wet their nappies several times a day. The number of wet nappies is a helpful sign of how much fluid the baby is taking in. Generally, a baby should have 5 to 6 wet nappies each day. This is a good indication that they're getting enough milk.
first. You add your hot, you just check it with your elbow. If it's comfortable for your elbow, it's fine for the baby. It's about 36 degrees centigrade, the water temperature. You put your hand underneath the baby's head like that. You just took the baby under your elbow resting on your hip. Now I'm holding the baby in the same position and I'm going to wash the baby's hair. So just wash it nice and gently. This is a very good baby. And I'm going to come back onto my mat and I'm going to lie the baby back down and I'm going to dry the baby's head well. Babies lose a lot of heat from their heads, so make sure that you dry the baby's head very well. Now, when you're lifting the baby into the bath, just turn the baby over on its side, over in this position. Just put one arm, your left arm, underneath the head and hold on to the left arm. And put your right arm underneath the bottom and hold on to the left leg. Now you see there is no way this baby's going to fall on me. I've got the head well supported with my arm here on the left and I've got a good grip of the baby. Now nice and gently you're going to let the baby into the bath. If the baby's enjoying it, of course, just leave them in for a little while. Babies are very used to water from being inside, so they love the sound of the water. I'm going to lift the baby out again. Now you see I'm lifting the baby out nice and gently. So you settle them down, give them a little cuddle, settle them down, and then you're going to dry the baby off well. Don't forget areas where they can get sore if you leave them wet. All babies are quite fat in here, so get right in there under the chin, because if you leave areas wet, they're going to get red and sore. They're all get right under the armpit here, where they're like that. And another areas get right under the, behind the knees and in the groin area. They're areas that can actually get sore if you leave them wet. So you make sure that you dry those areas off very well.